One question that I'm being asked very often is how much money would someone need in order to start trading? The answer is really depend on who you talk to. Some may say you need a minimum of 25,000, while others may say anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000. What if I have only $167.45? Can I still trade with that? Well, that is something that I'm going to try to do starting today. This is going to be fun. Let's see how long would it take before I lose it all. All right, we're talking about the first trading day. Right now, it is about 6:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on January the 31st. And my focus is just on three stocks. That is Boeing, JP Morgan Chase, and Apple Computer. Okay, so this is what I did today. At 8:25 a.m., I bought a Boeing 202.5 call options expire on February the 4th. Per contract is 95 cents. I bought one contract, so it cost me $95. At 8:51, I bought a JP Morgan call options. 150 call expire on February the 4th. Cost per contract is 70 cents. So that cost me $70. About an hour later, at 9:51 a.m., I sold the Boeing contract for $1.35 per contract. That net me $137. So for the Boeing contract that I bought and sold an hour later, I make 42 bucks or about 44% gain. The JP Morgan Chase I bought at 8:48 a.m. for 70 cents per contract. I haven't sold it yet. And as of the closing of today's trading, this contract now is worth $1.09. Or so far, I'm up about 55% on this JP Morgan option. So my trading account as of the end of today is at $248.43, or I'm up about $80.98. All right, let's go over the Boeing option that I bought and sold today. Good thing is I had the patience to wait until the price top out and then pull back, and the minute it found support and showing sign that it would start to bounce up, that's when I entered my position. So that's really good. The negative thing is I sold too early. I wanted to lock in the gain at this point. What I should have done is follow this trend line yesterday when the price dropped down to this low. And today, when it pulled back, it dropped down to this low before it bounced. Should withdraw and just follow this uptrend line here and set an exit anytime when the price break down below this trend line. Had I done that, I could have sell right around this point, which is at around $2.70. That would give me almost 300% gain instead of just 44%. So that is definitely something that I have to be aware of next time. Now for the JP Morgan option, JPM opened below the high for the previous day. But then after that, it started to bounce up, cross over yesterday's high, retrace, consolidate. The minute it bounced up or showing sign of a breakout, that's when I opened my call positions. So the good thing is I had the patience to wait for the pattern to fully develop before I opened my positions. Let's do a quick recap for trading day number 2. I am up $31.94 or up about 12.86%. Let's go over what I did today. I had one outstanding contract, JP Morgan 150 call that I paid 70 cents per contract. When the market opened this morning, the same contract is up to $1.20. So I sold to lock in the gain. That was like 75% gain in just a matter of a day. And then later on during the day, at 7:13 a.m., I bought one Boeing 210 call expiration February the 4th for $1.28. And then a few minutes later at 7:28, the same contract is up to $1.60. So I sold it to lock in gain. 9:09 a.m. I bought one Boeing 195 put expiration on February the 4th for 41 cents per contract. It didn't turn out the way I had anticipated. So at 12:21 p.m. I sold for a loss. So this option cost me $11. Let's go over the Boeing contract that I bought. Boeing opened, and right after it opened, the price pulled back. But the minute it tested the prior day's high, it bounced right back up. So that was a good sign. Bounce up, get rejected right at the high of the first minute of trading. Pull back, again, the minute it tested this prior high, bounce right back. I waited, bounce up, pull back. Now, during this pullback, the low is higher than the prior low, as well as it bounced right up at the low of the first minute of trading. I waited until the price bounced up, and the minute it crossed over the high of the first minute of trading, this is when I bought the options. And then just a few minutes later, I saw it right at this point. Now, looking at this here, some may say that I sold out too early. I could have waited for a bigger gain. Here's the problem. I am starting with a very tiny account, less than a couple $100. I did not want to risk the possibility of a double top at this point because I didn't like this candle. And a pullback would negate most of the gain. So I sold, lock in the gain because my goal right now is try to get the account up to 1,000. The minute I have that much money, that would give me more flexibility to sit and wait and ride out to get the bigger gain. The second trade, Boeing was trending up and then it's slowly showing sign of fatigue. After it set the high of the day at this point, it started to pull back. And the minute the price dropped below this prior high, that's when I entered my position. I bought a put options. Few minutes after that, it was doing really well because my put option actually gained 30% at this point. But I got greedy because I was expecting more retracement until at least it tests this downward trend line. But hey, that's the problem with the market. I mean, it never do the way that you expected it. All of a sudden, the entire market bounced up. Everything just trending up. Next thing I know is it established another high. Then I patiently waited because I knew that there's not much buying support now that would allow Boeing to run even higher. And after that, we can see it's kind of like tapering off, slowing down. But then near the end of the day, at this point, all of a sudden I see support at this level and then it bounced up. And there was no point for me to hold on to this option anymore. So I got out and I lost. Let's do a quick recap for trading day number 3. My account is at 360.37, up $80 or 28.53%. I bought 4 options at 4 different times. 6:34 a.m., which is right after the market opened, I bought one Boeing 220 call. Expiration on February the 11th at 90 cents. And then at 6:44 a.m., I bought a JP Morgan 155 call. Expiration next week, which is February the 11th. One contract at 45 cents. And then at 7:07 a.m., I bought another Boeing 220 call at 91 cents. And then at 7:17 a.m., bought another JP Morgan 155 call at 38 cents. So now I have 4 contracts. JP Morgan I bought at an average of 40 cents, now is at 55 cents. Boeing call option I bought at around 90.5 cents, now is at $1.17. Let's go over the Boeing option that I bought today. Boeing has been trending down, following this downward channel. About 5 days ago, it tested the support and started bouncing up. Yesterday, the first time that it actually crossed over the resistance of this downward channel. So I was betting on Boeing would continue to trend up. So I waited for a pullback, which is that's what it did when the market opened. I established 2 positions on 2 separate occasions, and then after that, Boeing started to recover and trend up. But look at the way that I did here. What I did wrong was that I opened these 2 positions so quick. I should have waited at least until I see some sort of a possible bottom. Now the JP Morgan is very similar to Boeing. It been trending up. Yesterday, it set up a new high, which is higher than the prior high. So I was expecting JP Morgan to continue to trend up. So the minute I saw this major pullback in the morning, I jump in and open 2 positions at 2 separate time frames. Again, very similar to Boeing. I should not have opened the position at this point because at this point, the pattern has not fully developed. There is no indications that this would be the bottom. This would be a better spot to open because it found support right at the prior day's low. The perfect spot would be right at this point, which is what we've seen here is it's found support at the prior day low, bounce up, pull back, bounce up. The minute it tests this high, pull back, the low, which is higher than these two prior low, and it bounce up. So this would be the perfect spot to open a call position. So one of the things that I need to learn from today's trading is I have to have the patience and wait for the pattern to fully develop to increase the probability for having a winning trade. Let's do a quick recap for trading day number 4. I'm up $13.94 or 3.87%. My account is up to $374.31. I'm glad that I did not lose money today because the stock market was horrible today. The Dow was down over 518 points. The Nasdaq down 538 points. Okay, let's go over what we did today. I had 4 outstanding contracts that I bought yesterday. 2 Boeing that I bought on 2 separate occasions, one at 90 cents and one at 91 cents. And then 2 JP Morgan contract I bought at 45 cents and then another one at 38 cents. So today at 7:09 a.m., I sold the first JP Morgan contract at 63 cents. So that was about 40% gain. And then later on during the day at 7:52 a.m., I sold the second contract that I bought at 38 cents for 73 cents. So that was a pretty nice 90% gain. Then later on during the day at 9:35 a.m., I bought a JP Morgan 157.5 call expiration on February 11th for 27 cents. Then later on at 10:33 a.m., I sold one of the Boeing contract that I paid 91 cents. I sold for $1.30. And then finally around 12:15 p.m. I bought 2 JP Morgan contract, 155 call that I sold earlier for 73 cents per contract. Now the price is down to 39 cents. So I was able to get back in 2 contracts for $78. So right now I have 4 open contracts, 1 Boeing and 3 JP Morgan. Let's go over the chart for Boeing. The 2 contract that I bought early yesterday morning. After the market opened, Boeing drifted lower, but then after that it recovered. So I waited until the price hit a high of about 208.5. Then I sold the first contract. The price continued to trend higher. Then Boeing crossed over yesterday's high. It's very strong. That's why I decided not to sell the second contract. Now looking at the daily chart for Boeing, what I really like is it's broke out of this downward channel and setting up this really nice bull flag. So if this thing break out, we could easily see Boeing pop to about 225. That's what I'm hoping for. For JP Morgan, I had 2 outstanding contracts that I bought yesterday. After the market opened, the price pulled back, and then it found support, reverse direction, took advantage of the price run up, sold the first contract at 709. That was a nice gain, 40% gain. And then about almost an hour later, the price continued to trend up. I sold the second contract at 752. That was really nice. That was about 90% gain. And then after that, it ran up to about 150, 165, then pulled back. I re-entered and bought a contract. This at around 9:30, and then near the end of the day, I bought 2 contracts, same contract that I saw earlier, but now the price is a lot cheaper. 39 cents. The reason I bought back into JP Morgan because it was trending up following this upward channel. Another thing is today, even though the market is down over 500 points, JP Morgan actually crossed over yesterday's high, but it never dropped below yesterday's low. So this is a bullish sign. Tomorrow, if the market stabilizes or trend up, most likely we would see JP Morgan move up. Trading day number 5. Right now it's 5:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on February the 4th, 2022. It's pre-market, and so far the market is not looking good. Dow Future is down 182. Nasdaq is up just a little bit. There is a major report came out early this morning that the U.S. employers added 467,000 jobs 125,000 more than expected, but unemployment rate rose to 40%, and that is causing the market to drop. Let's see, in my account, I still have 4 call options, 1 Boeing 220 call, and then 3 JP Morgan call. 1 JP Morgan at 157.5, and then 2 more at 155. So all of these are call options, and if the market tank, we could be in trouble. All right, the market just closed, and today is not a good trading day. I'm down $7.08 or 1.89%. The account now is down to 367.23. The good thing is we lasted 5 days already. We started with 167.45, and now the account is up to 367.23. So far, this week is very good. We lasted 5 days. Hopefully next week is going to be even better. Hopefully we can even double this number to, let's say, 750. Maybe that will be our goal for next week. All right, so make sure you tune in next Friday for another episode of my crazy tiny account trading challenge. By the way, do you think that I can achieve the 750 by next Friday? Let me know in the comment section. That's it. Give me a like if you appreciate this content, and if you like this sort of boring videos, make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications.